right. Here we are. Out at the mother-in-law's. So Shane swung some borosies here, and we've got a tiller borrowed, and we have a little tractor borrowed. So that is going to make for a much quicker job over here. But we're going to get this all torn up and get a bunch of the big rocks and everything out, get this kind of straightened out, if you will. And we'll come back and take a boo-see and take a look at the progress. Alrighty, here we go. Sorry about the noise, I'll try and talk close to the camera here. The tiller's awfully loud when it hits rocks, and there's quite a few of them in here. But, so here's what's going on so far. We've had the father-in-law take his bobcat, skid steer, whatever you call it in your part of the world, clean out a couple of areas here so that we can kind of straighten up these edges. We roughly measured out, it's about, we'll do it specifically later, but I think we're talking about 60 feet this way and 100 feet this way. Our orientation is, I'm basically looking south right now. So the sun's going to come up over here. In the winter, obviously it'll be a lot lower, and over here is going to be the first part that's going to get the sun. And because of these trees, I'm kind of thinking down this area here should be where we have our cold food storage, our tool shed, our washing station, because I really don't feel like competing with those roots, and we've been going through a bunch of them, and even 20-25 feet out there's still a lot of roots. The game plan is to get this tilled up 2, 3, 4 times. It is looking okay right now, it's looking all right, looking better, and then get this as leveled out as possible. Where Shane is right now is the high point of the property elevation wise, so that would be the south. Hi, Shane. That would be the southwest corner. So I think what we're going to do is try and bring some of that dirt down. Maybe I'll wait till he passes, or I want to go up and get a shot from up there so that you can see kind of down here. But even from here, you can probably tell that this is the flow of the land, the grade of the land. So back in this corner here where these little trees are, father-in-law doesn't mind if those, those go away. This has been one of the driest years that we've had in, oh my stars, a long time. And just beneath the surface, this soil is very, very moist. So what we've already talked to the father-in-law about, and he's fine. Yeah, sure, whatever. Since this is the low point, we were thinking if we came in here and dug this all out and made a pond. Not so much, just to sit around and, oh, it's a pond, but I mean more a wildlife, area. But mainly the big thing for us is irrigation. So if we can collect all the water off of this property down into here and then put it through a pump and a filter and then back out into irrigation, I think we're gold. I'll walk up to this side up here. You know what? I'm not even sure how much of a grade this would be. It's got to be fairly considerable though, so something that I'm going to have to take into consideration when figuring out our beds and how things are going to be. But yeah, no, this is definitely going to have to come down. So now we would be looking, north in and around here. So our prevailing winds, because I know this was another question I had been asked by my buddy M. Northwest is where the winds typically come from in our neck of the woods. Like when I set up my teepee, the door is facing, southeast, because the winds almost always come from the back. I just watched a 25-pound rock go flying out of the back of the tiller. And do you know how much time I've spent walking behind that tiller? Oh, God, I'm not very smart. Okay, anyway, I'm just trying to think of some of the other questions that might help people help me. This is going to be a learning experience. We're going to have a blast, but you know, having said that, we're also going to make a bunch of mistakes. So I am absolutely open to advice that anybody may have that's constructive and somewhat positive. And we're going to make a go of this. My good Lord, this is going to be so fun. Anyway, we'll check back with you when we get a bit more done. Testing out our farmer boy calendar. I think this is Mr. January. Yeah. Oh, it's looking good. Hey, easy. You can cut glass with those things. Yeah, no, it's coming along. Attach your safety device there.
This is the throttle spring.
Okay, a couple of days of rock picking and tailing. We still have a bit of leveling to do, but this is turning out to be an 80 by 100, and then we've got a couple of little spare areas. So anyway, whatever. We'll check back tomorrow, I guess, and once we get some leveling done, then we can start thinking about layout. Woohoo! All right, gassing up the rig. Got quite a bit more tilling done. Fair bit of leveling. I mean, it might not look like it, but I think it's close to. I mean, we've got a few low areas in here, and this middle part seems to be very heavy clay. So this bottom corner section down in here is just gold, just beautiful. Like, it's, oh, looks so nice. But we're gonna try to amend this and get a good start, fill in some of the low parts. So we've got a dump truck of manure coming, located one of the local equestrian stables, and they were more than happy to donate an entire dump truck full, gravel truck full, whatever you call it in your area of the world. So yeah, we're just kind of waiting on that to get here. We'll get that spread out, and we will keep going. Woohoo! Here we go. What a load of shit. Woohoo! So excited. I think he's got it, yeah. Alright, so we're going to take this load and fill in some of the lower areas, spread the rest out, and then back to a little tilling. Beautiful day. Just heading out to the farm, which is still really weird for me to say. I guess I have a very, very small farm at its beginning roots. Too funny. Oh well, 'tis what it is. It's fall. I don't think we're gonna get as much done as maybe what I'd hoped before the freeze comes. That's coming like the morning after Halloween. It's supposed to be in the minuses, -3, -4, and then the 2-week forecast is everything below 0, down to -10. I'll edit in whatever that is in Fahrenheit. It's not fun. It's just whatever. So that means it's here. You know, we got to get some stuff done. So we've got one last load of horse manure. So I think I'll have to do the math on it. I mean, I know we're over 40 cubic yards of it at this point. We found a stable that wonderful people. They do some great work with some private care of horses and rehabs and that type of thing, and they have fields of it. So our only expense was, how do we transport enormous amounts of manure? That was it. That was it. I mean, we could have rented a trailer, but, you know, if you rent a gravel truck, you know, that's like 7 trailers worth. Well, for me to take a trailer an hour south of here, load it up, bring it back, empty it out, and it might only be $100 to rent the trailer, but that's gas and my time for the entire day, when I could just hire a gravel truck for $300, $400, $500 for a couple of trips, and whatever, 40 something plus tons. I'll figure it out. Whatever. Anyway, we're pulling in, so we'll go see what we have to do here. Oh look, that worked.
Oh wow. IT support.
There you go. And we didn't even have to call India.
No shit.
This is insourcing we're doing here. All right, speaking of insourcing, here's some free manure. This part. Shana and I heading out to the farm. And as you can see, we already have everything in the ground. We planted snow, and it's coming up beautifully. All right, well, the camera died there last fall. That was, I was getting on late October, and we had snow coming fairly right away, so we took a day and got the teepee up in the backyard. But what we did here is we got that all spread out, and then we had a 150 by 50 foot silage tarp. So spread everything out, got it fairly leveled. It doesn't look too bad. You can see a few little ups and downs, but that's sort of to be expected. And so this whole area here, 50 foot by 100, is covered. We did not get back out and cover the last 2 kind of spots that we were looking to do, but that is the late March update. This is very soft snow, snowball type weather. So we're just we're waiting now. We're waiting. This here is where we picture a 50 by 30 greenhouse. It's going to do the tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers, and then 50-foot rows. There'll be three plots that way, 2 there, and then a 25 and a 25. And I think I'm going to turn that middle part into a perennial herb garden. But there we go. So I just wanted to finish that up, and I wasn't really able to get out here in the winter because it would have been even more white than it is right now. So anyway, there you go. So we're waiting a month or so here until the snow goes, and then I guess we're going to start looking into building a greenhouse or a high tunnel. So anyway, thanks for coming along. We'll see you next time.